Now I'm going to invite a very distinguished guest in my program. His name is Mr. Stephen Brookes MBE, and he has got MBE in the 1990 to 1991 Gulf War Award for helping British, Kuwaiti, Palestinian, Pakistani and many other civilians trapped in the conflict. Stephen then became, as a result of an accident in 1997, unfortunately, he has got a disability. Graduated from the university with BA in 2002, first class honors in communication, and now Mr. Stephen Brookes MBE, he is a nationally recognized researcher and a journalist, specialty in disability and diversity. He creates various training and research projects as well as giving national seminar presentation on disability, diversity and equality issues. I am very humble and I am very grateful to Mr. Stephen Brookes that he has taken time and appeared on our show. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. Stephen Brookes. Hello, Mr. Brookes.
Good afternoon to you, Asif.
Very good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much that you have taken time and participate in my radio show.
Thank you.
Sir, your CV and your achievements are amazing.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those things that a series of circumstances happen in your life, which means that you just sort of either, as I did with an accident, you either realise that you are disabled and do nothing, or you realise you're disabled and get on with a lot more life. And I'm one of those people that gets on with a lot more life.
You have done a lot of amazing things, like not only for your own nation, for your own country, but you had a heart that feels and pumps for all the other nationalities. Tell us something about your struggle that you have done for the people who were engaged and who were in the trouble areas of the Gulf War. Tell us something about that.
Well, it was one of those situations where a very close friend of mine actually got caught in the war and became one of the human shield hostages in the original part of the war. But that led me to realize that there were so many people of so many nations, including Iraqi people, who were in serious trouble. I believe in equality. I work for everybody. I care about everybody. And I think it's far more sort of meaningful to just say, look, there is an issue for humanity. Let's do something about trying to help people. And that's really where I come from. All my work has been about helping people, no matter what age, no matter where they come from, what their culture is, because that matters to me. I'm a member of the human race. That's really the issue. So helping people has been something that I've always tried to do wherever I possibly can. And sort of the latest thing, the work that I'm involved in over the last few years on working on stopping hate crime, particularly against people who are disabled, people who are targeted because of what they are, is something that matters to me very deeply.
Okay. Mr. Brookes, tell us about this hate crime that now the government has set up some special codes and hate crime is now recognized. And what is the movement in the disability field and people with the disabilities? What kind of help, support, and what is the definition of that hate crime, first of all, to the knowledge of my listeners?
Well, definitions are always difficult, but I mean the Crown Prosecution Service and the Association of Chief Police Officers have a definition that is, hate crime is any criminal offence which is perceived by the victim or any other person to be motivated by a hostility or prejudice based on the person's difference or disability or perceived disability. Now that seems a lot of words, but basically it means that if you feel that you're being targeted because you are who you are, then it is a criminal offence.
Okay.
The problem, of course, is made far worse because disabled people are 4 times more likely to be involved in hate crime or crime against them than any other sector of the community. And the problem, of course, also is that disabled people have had so little time to get used to their own rights, because the Disability Discrimination Act in the UK only came into play in 1995. So a lot of people have accepted the fact that, well, being discriminated against because you are disabled is part of daily life. I know that it's a very minor issue, but on quite a few occasions I've been called an old cripple because I'm old and because I'm in the way. I had a situation recently on a busy bus where I wanted a seat because I've had a heart operation and a stroke. To be actually told by somebody that you're an old cripple when somebody stands up, it demeans you. And I think this is another point, because there have been some very serious crimes against disabled people. Scope wrote a report a couple of years ago called Getting Away with Murder, where some very high-profile cases of disabled people being murdered was brought to light. But to me, it's more the issue of, if you are disabled and you are abused because of that disability, we need to work within the law to challenge that.
Okay, Mr. Brookes, also please let me know what is the reaction and the level of the cooperation that you found within the different communities in the British society, that is, i.e. the Asians, the Africans and other communities. Are they well aware, actively participated in the movement, or would you like to send a message through this program for the people with the disabilities in the different communities to come forward and empower and participate into the movement that you have been initiating?
You are so right. These are very key points that you've just raised, because within the existing old British community, disability is still sort of not fully accepted, but we know that in the different cultures, disability can be handled and treated by families and by friends in a very different way. What we must do is all unite. If we know of somebody who is disabled, who is being abused or targeted because of that disability, for them to come forward. Not necessarily automatically go to the police, but go to people that you know and work with or trust and get them involved. So things like community safety groups, your community centres, the citizens' advice bureaus, or your own immediate working groups, such as local area forums. Get involved with them, let them know that something is going on, because the reporting procedures are in place, and therefore both the police and the community safety organisations and then the Crown Prosecution Service can get involved to stop this. And it is quite easy to stop if everybody works together.
Okay, and what are your plans in terms of creating that awareness and harmony and integrations among the different communities? Like London is a very big city with two versatile cultures and community living together in it. What kind of the message would you like to give? And if the people wants to get any kind of help and support, like you are also a recognized researcher and a journalist who specializes in disability and diversity, if they wanted to get benefited from your skills and also start something that enhance the movement that you have initiated, so what is the way?
Well, what I'd like to say straight away is I totally agree with what you're saying, that diverse communities exist everywhere. Now, you're in London. I spend a lot of time working in London, but I live in Blackpool, near to Preston. But that's only 12 miles, but that 12 miles is a massive difference. In Blackpool, we have a very high lesbian gay community who get attacked because they are what they are. And we heard this morning about an Israeli club which was attacked because people were gay. Now, that, to me, is a wrong message, because you do not attack people because they are what they are. It's totally wrong. So what I'd like to say is that all communities should work together to challenge any form of crime against their group, against any other group, because it's part of the unifying process. What I would like to say is that if people feel that they need to say something, I mean, they can. I would say, obviously, if they want to get in touch with you at your station through your station links, then pass the information on, or alternatively, I'm more than happy, if you wish, to for you to put my email address, which you have, onto your site, so that people can get in touch. But
you can also mention this on the air. If you want people to contact you and get benefited and also guidance, yes, by all means.
Yes.